fight. Take that. You take that. I'll bust your head.
In the description box, you can go hear what I'm going to sample from. And it'll be time-stamped, and it's a lot more before the timestamp and after the timestamp, especially when YouTube cameras eventually have to kick them off the panel. And I'm going to give a few examples of some things, right? And the only one I'm going to give details about is the one concerning Five Babe's daughter. And her kid ain't the only one. But remember the movie The Untouchables about Al Capone, who had an IRS agent named Elliot Ness trying to lock him up? And everybody knows who Al Capone is, but some may not know that Al had a top enforcer, a man by the name of Frank Nitti. A savage, a for-real serial murderer, but he never murdered anybody himself. He would always have other people do it. So he wasn't just a character conjured up for the movie. He was real, and you'll see him played by the dude in the white suit. Now, one of the things that this dude does is, and in a minute I'll tell you exactly who this dude is in a minute, but right now his name is This Dude. This dude likes to use children as a mask of righteousness to set himself above others. He'll often attack people who attacks children. We need to leave the children out of this. Leave our black babies alone. We need to start protecting our children in the black community. He's one of them. Meanwhile, he's attacked more than one, more than two, more than three people's kids. And when people brings this up to him, he merely explains it away, like it's a figment of everyone's imagination and that all are taking things out of context. He can always explain everything he do. Ain't been nothing I seen yet that he can't explain. Elliot Ness coming home from somewhere. Nitti sitting outside his crib, of course, because Elliot been messing with his boss.
Hey, nice house. I said, nice house. You live there? Little girl's having a birthday, huh?
Yes.
Nice to have a family.
This dude, ZX, that's the one I was calling this dude, is ZX. Him and Five Babe was into it, so he found Five Babe's daughter's TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, I forgot. But I did see the video. And her daughter is around 10 years old. And ZX spoke in a very subtle manner about it.
Little girl's having a birthday, huh?
Yes.
Nice to have a family.
Yes, it is.
Man should take care. See that nothing happens to
It wasn't direct. It was subtle and subliminal. ZX said, people might find out that your daughter has this page. Like Nitti said, it'll be a shame if something happens to him. That's how he spoke. And ZX knows, just like I know, and the rest of you who know Five Babe, we all know that it's too many people to count on here that can't stand her. And some of the people who can't stand her, they saw his video with her daughter's TikTok, big old, or whatever it was, on full display for them to go straight to it. I saw it too. What if I was one of the people on here who's sick and saw that page? But he made no direct threats. They were subtle. Like, what if people find out about your daughter's TikTok? That's how he spoke. But that was just one example of the many things he's done. And I'll name a few others later. And this is him out here, right here in this video. Out here challenging somebody to meet up and fight with him. In the early morning hours, up. Looking for a fight. Man, I wish I would at my age. I wish I would at my age. Be out looking for somebody to fight. All these gray hairs I got on my head and my face talking about let's fight. Shit. Man. I wish I would. Year by year, I'm getting out of bed slower and slower and slower. I can feel it. Getting out of bed slowly, year by year. I wish I would be out. Anyway, but this is the one out here, ZX. This him. This is the one that likes to call other people nigga shit. Nigga behavior, and y'all ain't nothing but some niggas. He did that on YouTube Cameras panel. It's in the description box if you listen long enough. He did it up there on that panel. Y'all not black, y'all niggas. But this is out him who wanna. This is him out here who wanna fight. Trying to get a 19-year-old girl targeted. But it is other people who are the nigga, according to him. Pulled the guns out on here. Challenged several people to come over to his house. Chucky, that's one of them. And more than a few others. A few even showed up to his house after he told them to come there. Dyed Melanin was one of them. Showed up with Italian biker. They showed up. Super Saiyan Jim came around. Buster B showed up and rung the doorbell. But it's other people who are the nigga shit. And granted, most of it is mutual. It's mutual combat. Threats weren't just, threats are not just coming from his direction, but still, what is a nigga if what you've been doing ain't it? Is it nigga to come on here wearing a bulletproof vest telling people from YouTube how you gonna kill him? Some of y'all seen that video where he was in the bulletproof vest. Is it nigga shit to be in your garage kicking them shells out of that clip? I saw him in the garage kicking bullets out the clip while he was telling the mayor of Detroit how he was gonna kill him. What is nigga if what you do ain't it? And that don't just go for ZX, that goes for a lot of people on here that likes to call things nigga behavior, describing things as nigga shit. Meanwhile, they be exhibiting just about every quality that they would call nigga. But let me play YouTube Cameras, and this was from Saturday, early morning, I think it was. The woman's voice is YouTube Cameras. She's the host, and she's talking to ZX on their panel, and he up there talking about how things need to change for the better.
Fucking with mine? You really ain't. You ain't ready to die for talking about people's children. You are not prepared to die for it. So I'm saying, why even go there? Because when I go there with people in real life, I know the consequences. I know what's going to happen, what we're going to get into. You do it because you want a computer. That's why you do it. If you had to sit in front of these women, in front of their faces, and talk about their children after you got your ass beat a couple of times, you curb your tongue.
Yeah. I don't think we, that's what I'm saying. Why do we have to get that low down and dirty on this app? Why can't it be kept on the people here? This, I was just talking about.
Do you know why people do it? People do it, YouTube, because you still embrace them. If you isolated them, then they would not do it because they would not belong. But as long as you find a way to excuse it, justify it, they continue. But as long as you pat them on the back and find a way to say, but no, they're really nice people, then the behavior is not going to ever change.
Absolutely.
Period.
They're still doing this. I just talked about this when I did a recap of what happened earlier in the week. Guess what? In the beef sector, the Mo3 sector, it's this exact same thing, and how people are having to fight and get just low down and dirty. People's parents are being called, people's family members, all of this stuff. Why? Why?
I'm not going to say I haven't done some things, but there are some things I haven't done. And attacking children is one of them.
Yeah, you've done some things. And one of them is finding people. That's one of them things you've done. Finding people. Contacting them by phone. Just because you have a beef with somebody on here that they know. You contact them. Find them. People who are not involved in nothing or are not, and sometimes not even on YouTube. You find them, get their number and call them. You've called to get other people's kids took, or called to make sure that they stayed in CPS custody because they were already took. You call the police on people. You've been to court over this YouTube stuff already. But other people are the nigger and the problem in the black community, according to him. Called the police on people. Done contacted all kind of people. Like the dude, the girl Kimmy said she was engaged to some dude, and she made the mistake of saying his name. ZX finds him and calls him and posted the phone conversation on YouTube. And that dude's only crime was knowing who Kimmy was. He's not involved in our shenanigans on here. That's why he was so shocked at some stranger calling his phone. He was baffled and bewildered and disgusted. I can hear it in his voice about him even being contacted over this stuff. I've done some things. Yes, of course you have. And although YouTube cameras was talking about other people speaking in general, ZX felt that it was an indirect shot at him too. And it could have been. It could have been an indirect shot because YouTube cameras know what he be doing. But, you know, like I said, she could have been speaking in general, and ZX responded in a hit dog will holler type of way and felt that he needed to explain. He said, yeah, I've done some things, but what I haven't done is this. You know, he finds something that he hasn't done in order to think he's in a position to classify all others as the problem. A lot of people on here do that. A lot of people won't see themselves as part of the thing that they claim is a problem for them. And everybody has stuff that they haven't done though. Even the most trifling of folks on here has things that they have not done. People in jail has things that they haven't done, but they all still contribute to the problem called crime. Now, something I've talked about 1,000 times. It's the people who say it. It's the people who be saying that the drama needs to stop and YouTube needs to get rid of the miscreants and the lowlife and the niggas off of here. YouTube needs to clean this up around here. ZX is one of those people who be saying it. The people who be saying it about how there needs to be peace and safety on here be trifling as hell. So when y'all hear me on here and I be doing these videos and I be rejecting these fake proclamations of wanting peace and people's fake desires of wanting a safer environment on here, it's not just because I enjoy much of the folly on here. Much of it, not all of it. But I don't reject what they're saying about peace and ending the drama and all that. It's not that. It's not because I'm having fun with much of it. It's not that. It's the people who be saying it. And yeah, sometimes we can't reject the message because of the messenger. Because sometimes, you know the saying about don't reject the message because of the messenger. No, sometimes we can. Because the messenger's reason for giving the message, sometimes, a lot of times, are up to no good.